Welcome back to the Drug Pronunciation series here on the Pharmacist's Voice podcast. I am your host, Ohio pharmacist Kim Newlove. This is episode 339, and you can find the show notes on thepharmacistsvoice.com. As we work our way through the alphabet from A to Z, we're on the letter S today. S is for Suboxone. Suboxone is a combination of buprenorphine and naloxone. So we will go over the pronunciations of all three: Suboxone, buprenorphine, and naloxone. As a reminder, before we get started, we don't cover pharmacology in this series, we just talk about pronunciations. I will divide all three drug names into syllables. I'll tell you which syllables to emphasize. I'll share my sources. And as a bonus, somewhere in this episode, I'll stick in my very favorite mispronunciation for Suboxone as well. I started off pronouncing it not Suboxone, so I will tell you how I started off pronouncing it 20 years ago. The written pronunciations are always helpful, so those are in the show notes on thepharmacistsvoice.com. Brand name first. We've got Suboxone up first. Suboxone has three syllables: sub like substitute, ox like the animal, ox, and own, as in I own my microphone that I'm talking into right now. Put all three syllables together and you get Suboxone. Emphasize that middle syllable, which is ox. It sounds like box when you say the drug name quickly. See if you can hear that emphasis when I say it again. Suboxone. Until today and this episode, I never really thought about if it was ox or box. But any way you slice it, that middle syllable gets the emphasis. My source for the written pronunciation of Suboxone is the medication guide for Suboxone on Suboxone.com. If you would like to hear the spoken pronunciation from someone other than myself, I found three good ones. Go to Google, m-w.com, which is Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, or you can go to drugs.com. Any of them will have the identical pronunciation. Suboxone. Go to Google, m-w.com, or drugs.com. Now that we have the correct information out of the way, now let me tell you how I started off pronouncing Suboxone. I started off back in, probably 2002, 2003, somewhere thereabouts, calling it Suboxone. Suboxone instead of Suboxone. I don't know what got me started on that pronunciation. It was probably because it was a brand new drug back then and nobody really knew how to say it, so we all just kind of made an educated guess. So again, I picked up the wrong pronunciation working retail about 20 years ago. The correct pronunciation, one more time, is Suboxone. Once upon a time, I worked in a behavioral health hospital. So that was around about 10 years ago, 2015 to 2016. And that's when I started saying it correctly. We all have skeletons in our closets when it comes to pronunciations. So if you didn't know how it was pronounced, now's your chance to correct yourself. Next up is buprenorphine. Buprenorphine has four syllables: bu like beautiful, like pretend, nor like Norway, and feen, which rhymes with teen. Put all four syllables together and you get buprenorphine. Emphasize nor. See if you can hear that emphasis when I say it again. Buprenorphine. Buprenorphine. My source for the written pronunciation of buprenorphine is medlineplus.gov. To hear someone other than myself say buprenorphine, you can visit any one of these three sources: Google, m-w.com, or drugs.com. All three of them say this drug name the exact same way. Our third and final drug name today is naloxone. Naloxone only has three syllables: nal, like Nala from Disney's The Lion King, naloxone, Nala; ox, like the animal, ox; and own, as in I own the microphone that I am talking into right now. Put all three syllables together and you get naloxone. Emphasize ox. See if you can hear that emphasis when I say it again. Naloxone. Naloxone. Now, much like Suboxone has ox or box as that middle syllable, Naloxone has ox or lox as that middle syllable that is emphasized. So when you say naloxone quickly, it sounds like lox instead of ox. Any way you slice it, if you put the emphasis on that middle syllable, you're doing it right. My source for the written pronunciation of naloxone is medlineplus.gov. And if you'd like to hear someone other than myself say naloxone, go to Google, m-w.com, or drugs.com. Do you notice a pattern in this episode? My sources for these spoken pronunciations are identical. All three of these sources say the drug name correctly. They are Google, Merriam Webster's Online Dictionary, and drugs.com. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Let's review. I divided Suboxone, buprenorphine, and naloxone into syllables, told you which syllables to emphasize, shared my sources, and I shared my favorite Suboxone mispronunciation, which is Suboxone. And that's all I've got. Thank you very much for listening to the 59th episode in my drug pronunciation series. The show notes are on thepharmacistvoice.com. Click the podcast tab and then find episode 339. In the show notes, you will find the written pronunciations for Suboxone, buprenorphine, and naloxone. You'll also find links to my sources that I mentioned earlier for the written and spoken pronunciations, links to the other 58 episodes in my drug pronunciation series, my social media links, and more. If you know someone who would like to learn how to say Suboxone, buprenorphine, or naloxone, please share this episode with them. And if you like this podcast, come on back. We've got a lot more coming up in 2025. Subscribe to or follow the Pharmacist's Voice podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. Thanks for listening today. I'll talk to you next week.